It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the boys and the Niners, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, these two NFC heavyweights, longtime adversaries. They've met in each of the last two playoffs, with the Niners getting the upper hand both times.
And in the first case, it seemed like an upset. The Niners doing it on the road. The second time, it was more expected. They did it at home. Cowboys looking to turn things around, hoping to get better play from their offense and a defense that's really opportunistic.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft. And Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Lance going to put it up right away. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Cooks on the quick slant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Lance looking to throw it. He finds his man, Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 43 yards rushing so far. This is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Jerron Jennings. An 11-yard Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Lance now on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Lance again here on 2nd and 10. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Ray McLeod. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
This is caught, it's Cooks.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
On first down, Lance. Left side to Lamb.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He gets it to Cooks. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On first down, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Purdy will look to throw again here. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Purdy. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Lance.
And that's complete to Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Open man, Lamb. It's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give them a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports halftime report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And that's complete to McCaffrey.
Down the right sideline. He's on his way.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
76 yards.
And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Moody good with the extra point.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Lance. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now Lance. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On play action, Lance. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Second down, Pollard again.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a throw here to his running back. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And Lance's throw pulled in by Lamb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Pollard again. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So Purdy and the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Purdy to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Purdy.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Throwing, Purdy. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Finding Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st down. Purdy to throw. That's caught by Jennings. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Purdy to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 1st and goal. Purdy. Caught by Deebo Samuel out wide. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Now Purdy.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Purdy now to throw.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. They're probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Moody good with the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.